Hey guys.
Hey guys.
We're back with another Walking Dead review, this time giving our thoughts on Fear the Walking Dead and whether or not it has finally gotten good again. So if you're not totally caught up on Fear the Walking Dead, that would be Season 2, Episode 13, titled Date of Death. Skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Alright, so episode 13 of season 2 just aired last night and we just watched it, and it does seem like Fear the Walking Dead may have turned the corner and it's starting to get good again.
Yeah, this episode was actually good.
It was actually very good, and the two episodes before this were solid. They still have this kind of unforced mistakes going on, though. Specifically, I'm thinking when Travis broke the window and then just opened the car door. I think that was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
And then the dialogue not really matching up when Alicia and Madison bumped into each other. Just from one episode to the next, the dialogue just didn't match.
Lots of editing mistakes.
Yeah.
Things that should have been caught before it went to production.
So there definitely does seem to be a bit of laziness going on in the writing room and in just general overall production. But episode 13 was really good. It might be the best episode of the series.
Yeah, quite possibly.
It was definitely the best Travis episode of the series.
Yeah, and Travis, you don't really like Travis much at all through the whole thing. And, you didn't hate him in this episode. Yeah. And that was kind of a nice change. For
not the very first time, but for the first time in a long time, I really understood where Travis was coming from. Yeah. And I think that's important, especially if he's going to be around for a while, which he might not be. He seems like he's very broken.
Yeah.
And, we just found out in this last episode that Alicia's father committed suicide. That's Madison's husband. Is that foreshadowing that maybe Travis could commit suicide as well and have a double whammy on Madison?
Yeah, possibly, because it looks like Chris's group is at the gate of the hotel at the end. Now, you don't really see Chris, but in one shot there is somebody in the background and we never actually see that person fully. So could that be Chris? And if so, what's going to happen?
Chris might be with Brandon and the other guy. He might not be. Chris, we were talking about it all throughout this episode. He is way worse than the tourists, is what I guess we've universally decided to call them. He's way worse than that little mini group. So he may have done something and they left him behind. He might still be with them. We just don't know.
Yeah.
Because they really played with the angles in that last shot.
Yes. And I think that he is still with them because there's this inconsistency when Travis is in the barn with their one friend who was shot, James, and they come in and they kill him before they leave, and they leave Travis, and that didn't make any sense to me. I was like, if they were gonna leave him, if the guy didn't want to die, he wants to, he's negating the pact, it's fine, you don't have to continue, I forgive you for that. Why didn't they just leave him with Travis? I feel like Chris talked him into it.
Yeah.
So I feel like Chris is actually making them worse than they were. So I think they are with Chris, but I think they're a way worse version of themselves.
You're right. There really is a little bit of an inconsistency there, where they were totally fine with leaving Travis alone. I don't see why they wouldn't be okay with leaving James alone. It wasn't a life-threatening wound. He was in pain. He was clearly, he had an infection. You could see him sweating in a couple of scenes, so he's clearly fighting off an infection. But he basically seemed okay, and why they wouldn't be okay with just leaving him with Travis didn't really line up. I think there's some stuff going on off screen, and Chris talked them into killing James and just leaving his father, Travis, behind.
Yeah, and if Chris can talk them into killing their friend, who they have known since he was 6, I feel like he could totally corrupt those two.
It's going to be really interesting to see what exactly happens when our gang goes back down to the gate and Travis sees these two people and possibly Chris. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the last 2 episodes now.
I'm excited. I feel like this group at the gate is bad. They're coming there to take advantage of the fact they're like, hey, these people had electricity for long enough to light up that sign. we're going and taking everything they have.
The tourists definitely would be, if they have the capability, they would be going to take.
Yeah.
Now, how desperate they are, if they just, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, because they could be coming with ill intentions, or they could be coming to genuinely to ask for help. We don't know where they're at mentally, and that's fun. For the very first time in a long time, I'm excited about Fear the Walking Dead.
And Travis is so bad emotionally right now, they might get in without him ever seeing them, because he might not be up to leaving his room.
Yeah, he might just
So they might get in.
Yeah.
And he who could warn them doesn't warn them, which could then further this depression, this funk that he's in.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that they can do with this. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, it's looking like Fear the Walking Dead has really turned the corner.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, there is some still inconsistencies that they need to fix. I mentioned Travis a couple episodes breaking the car window and then just opening the handle. Come on, that needs to get caught on the day they do it, and they need to refilm that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. I also think there's some missed opportunities, especially with Nicky at the grocery store when he tried to, when he stole the snack cakes. I think they totally miswrote that scene, and that kind of thing really irritates me. I think if they wrote it to where he stole the snack cakes in order to manipulate them, he planned to get caught, and he planned to manipulate them into letting them have more water. Instead of just, I wanted this for this little girl. And then it's kind of a happy accident that they get an extra cart of water. I think if his plan from the very beginning was to get more water, and he just happened to get this snack cake for the girl at the same time, I think that just would have been a way better way to write it. And I think they need to spend a little more time brainstorming this kind of thing, because this show it's getting good again, but it could be so much better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for our thoughts on Fear the Walking Dead. I would love to hear what you think, though, down in the comments. So let us know, is Fear the Walking Dead getting better? Are you excited for these last 2 episodes? Because we sure are. Now, to cap off this video, we got some Walking Dead figurines from Eagle Moss that just arrived right before we hit record on the camera. So let's see what we got from Eagle Moss. Feels like there's more than usual in this, and I think there is. Yeah. Ooh, cool! Whoa, what is that?
Well, I don't know. What is this?
It looks like a picture or something.
Alright, let's do these 2 first.
Okay, so we get 2 figurines per month. This time we got Abraham.
And Rosita.
And I love this Abraham figure. It's awesome. Take a look at the Abraham figure. Let me get the light in there so you can see it. That's really cool. Look at the sculpt on that. I love this Abraham. And Rosita. This is actually a really good Rosita figurine as well. I like the sculpt on that.
Yeah, their sculpts are always really, really good.
Yeah. And I love the box art. The box art on these is what really makes them, I think.
Yeah.
Although the Rosita one is a little bent, but not too bad. We'll have to find a home for these back here somewhere. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we will.
Yes.
All right, let's see what's in this
for the
big...
mystery white package that came.
I don't know what this is. Ooh. Can you help? Oh, I see. It's like a stand for the figurines. But we leave ours in the box, so this stand literally does us no good at all.
Nice.
It's cool, though.
It is really cool.
We might be able to use it for something else. I love how it's like
tiered, and it's got like little slots.
It's tiered, and it's got like weathered and looks like concrete. It's got some heft to it. I mean,
it does.
So this is cool. I mean, we don't unbox our figurines though, so we'll have to find another thing to use this for. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. If you have anything to add about Fear the Walking Dead, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this review, and we really hope you did, tell us by dropping a like on it and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.